This is a tutorial on eBackpack by Lauren Levike, and it provides some helpful tips and tricks for Sanford School System. And you can enter your login name for Sanford School Systems. You could also,
as many
click
of you
on the
may
app
know,
that
this
looks
is
like this
eBackpack.
one in the bottom corner.
To get to eBackpack, there's a couple of different ways.
From there you will get a
about
screen
if you're using
such as
your
this
MacBook,
and you can enter in your information there as well.
sanford.ebackpack.com.
And if you're using your iPad, your app looks like this, the one that's in the corner that I've put. So today I want to go over a few things about eBackpack. Once you've logged in on your MacBook, this is what you will see. And there's obviously a lot going on here, especially because I've actually had my students submit a bunch of stuff, so that's what you're seeing here. But mostly today I want to talk about the My Files, and that's located right here where this arrow is pointed to. Now, My Files is really similar to the My Documents on your computer. It's a place to store materials, and you can upload and front load a lot of information on here that you can keep kind of like in an iCloud. When doing this, there's a couple of ways to upload files. You can either take files from your computer and add them directly to eBackpack. You can find them on the web and add them, or you can use them from something like Google Drive. This is something that I don't know a lot of people have used yet, is the Google Drive aspect of eBackpack. When choosing to add a file to eBackpack, you initially get three options. You can add a file from your computer, or your device in this case, your Google Drive, or your Dropbox. So immediately you get this option right here. Then, when choosing Google Drive, it will have you log into Google, and you'll see this screen, and you will hit accept. After that, it will contact Google, and it will let you choose from all of the documents on your Google Drive. Now, I know for a lot of people, they use Google Drive more than they use Pages, and this is really accessible when transporting your documents from one place to the other. The other thing I wanted to talk about when looking at My Files on your eBackpack, the stuff right here, is you'll get this option once you've clicked on My Files. And you can take anything like we just did from Add Files with that screen. You can download something to your device. So what this means is using this button right here, you can download something that you've pulled maybe from your Google Drive to eBackpack and then to your computer. So if there's a file that you've used on eBackpack that you maybe didn't get from your computer, you could put it there after. Another cool aspect of this My Files tab is you can comment, and we'll go over this a little more, but you can start a full-on discussion in this tab right here with students. So if you expect them to blog, this may be a simpler way of doing it. Every time they submit an assignment, they could ask a question. If they're confused, they can give a response. And this is really beneficial when assigning so much from this interface. Students are now able to ask questions and participate in a full-length discussion just by hitting the comment button. Some other options that this toolbar gives you is to copy and to move. So this means that when you've added a file to My Files, you can copy the file, and you can put it under multiple classes over here, and you can move it to them. So if you have an assignment that you're going to do in maybe 3 of your classes, this helps. It can also help you move certain files to students' portfolios. So let's say you have a file they've submitted to you elsewhere, and you want to add it to their portfolio, you can do that as well. Another option is you can clearly delete, and much more, but mostly what I thought was really great was the commenting feature. Going back to that commenting feature, the way you would change your class settings if for some reason your eBackpack was set up without the rights to comment is you would click on a class and you would see this options right here for class settings, and you would click this tab, and this is where you actually can see that you can click allow or deny member commenting. So maybe you do run into a behavioral issue with a student and you think, you know what, they've been saying some stuff on their comments that is just unrelated, and I'm not going to allow them to comment anymore. This would be completely accessible to you, to each class. So that's a big benefit of eBackpack as well. So now looking at adding assignments, as you can see from this picture, when you click the folder actions and add folder or assignment, you can name the assignment. You can give them specific instructions, a due date, and you can allow late turn-in or not. This can be categorized in folders and under each class. Reviewing assignments becomes a little trickier, but there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. If you go into eBox, which is the second listed reviewing section on the left column, you will see all of the assignments awaiting review in red. And if you were to scroll down, they would turn green as you have reviewed them. So that's one way of seeing what students have sent to you and how to review assignments. Another way of reviewing assignments and entering that mode is by going to your updates, which is the top left corner. And once again, I'm using Miss Lambert's eBackpack, so that's why we're seeing this. So you'll get all of these options. What's great about this is that you can see what your students have turned in, and you can see all of the different percentages of how much you reviewed it and how many documents they have waiting review for each assignment. And then you can click grade. And when you click grade, it will bring you to a page that will list all the students that have turned this in and then the grading that awaits. So once you've clicked grade, you'll be given the option to choose an item to review from these. So I have 3 students who have turned in this activity in which I asked them to annotate a poem. Once I've seen this, I can all of a sudden get the option to mark, which is this yellow sticky note, and that's right here. We can input the grade and feedback right here. Once we've done that, we can complete, review, and return, and the student will get our reviewed version, which will come with our comments and the grade and our review. What's also interesting is the student's comment shows right here. So he said that this assignment was slightly confusing, or maybe that the poem was. So we can see that because he's submitted it as well. So if they had a question about something, they could have put it directly on their assignment, and now we're seeing it. Something else that I really want to add is the fact that formatting does matter. So this student took that document that I'd given them and downloaded it into his own version, and now for some reason I can't view it. I need to download it, which is okay. I can download it and edit it on my own app, such as Notability. Then I can upload it and submit again, and I am still allowed to put a grade and a review here, so they'll still get my feedback either way. It does just make the process a little bit longer, which is why I have been trying to get my students to submit things all from the same formatting that I have sent it out as. The last thing I wanted to go over today was simply the idea of acting as a student on eBackpack. Now that's up here in this right corner where it says Act As, and when you click on that, you'll get this option, and you have to be clicked on the specific class that you would like to act as, but for the most part, it gives you all of your students that are on eBackpack as an option, and you simply click on one that you would like to act as. If you're just trying to see what an assignment looks like to them, you can click on any and click on Act As User. This will allow you to see the student point of view, which is awesome when you're trying to figure out maybe what your assignment looks like to them or if the formatting is okay, and it's okay to bounce back and forth from student to teacher. So that's it for today, but I'll have plenty more coming, and if you'd like to know more about eBackpack or the app I made this on, Explain Everything, please email me at ellevike@sanford.org.